In the first part of this video, where we talked about relationship chances and evidence of Muzan, Tanjiro, and Inosuke with their partners. If you haven't watched it yet, you can check it out here. Let's now discuss how Zenitsu will win Nezuko over to his side. As we can see, Zenitsu's approach of attracting Nezuko consisted of either pursuing her with flowers or offering to assist her in any crisis. Zenitsu was so in love with Nezuko that he even saw her in his dreams while dozing off on the Mugen train. He would have done anything to marry her. But with all this attention going on, is Nezuko really interested? Not until she regained the ability to talk. After that, we started seeing Nezuko a little bit in love. To prove that we can see when she was turning back into a human, one of the memories she remembered was Zenitsu giving her a bouquet of flowers. And when Zenitsu found out that she could talk again, he asked her to marry him, and the lovely look on Nezuko's face tells that she was in love. So Zenitsu ended up marrying Nezuko. Let's talk about one of my favorite relationships that very few people know about. But before that, I'm interrupting you guys a little bit. As you can see, 99% of you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. I'd really appreciate you guys if you did. That also motivates me for creating more such amazing content every day. I wish I can see the subscribe percentage go up after this video. So, we were talking about one of my favorite relationships that very few people know about, Sanemi and Kanae's romance. Sanemi first met Kanae during a very hard time in his life. His best friend, Kumino, had just died during a fight with a lower-ranked demon, and Sanemi was devastated. He traveled to the Demon Slayer HQ just to tell Kaguya, the leader of the corps. He accused Kaguya of not valuing the lives and effort of the Demon Slayers, and have not been training the Demon Slayers to be stronger. While Sanemi was doing all this, Kanae was constantly looking at him with a worried face. Though she can't hold it in long, she can tell that Kaguya cares about the Demon Slayers very much. He even remembers all the fallen members of Demon Slayer Corps. After listening to this, Sanemi realized his mistake, and then Kaguya gave him Kumino's last thoughts and testaments. Then Sanemi got into tears while looking at it, and we can see Kanae looking at him so worried. Soon after that, their love started showing in the manga when Sanemi was going to Butterfly Mansion for treatment, and Kanae treated him so gently that Sanemi kept thinking about her after, and that's when he first started feeling for her. But sadly, Kanae was not able to survive the fight with Doma, so Sanemi was not able to share his feelings with her. Talking about romances and partners in Demon Slayer, many of us think about Tengen. Why does Tengen have multiple partners? So, it's because he was raised in a family of ninjas called Shinobi, and growing up he had to do things that he didn't want. One of those things was marrying 3 women, and even though he didn't get to pick whom he married, he grew to love his wives with his whole heart as he was a good person and didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings for his own sake. One more thing is in their family, Tengen and his siblings were forced to train extremely hard. The training was so rough that the 3 of the siblings died, and when the remaining 6 were fully trained, Tengen's dad ordered them to fight each other to the death. Tengen initially followed this order, but after winning 2 fights, he grabbed his wives and fled. It's here that his romance with them began to bloom. See, Tengen felt horrible about what he did to his siblings, so he got into the habit of saying he was a bad person. But whenever his wives heard this, they would comfort him to the best of their abilities. Now let's talk about Shinobu. Who is her love? You will be surprised, but she doesn't have any love interests. But there are some rumors around fans that she and Giyu can be a good couple. Why do fans think this way? Let's find out. The most famous among fans is when Shinobu says, "The moon is beautiful, isn't it?" The thing is, in Japan, this phrase is used to confess your love for someone. And honestly, talking about it makes me think the same too. Also, in one of Demon Slayer's books, there is a scene where all the Hashiras scold Giyu for something he did. Shinobu is the only one who came up and protected him. When Giyu was asked about other Hashiras, he talked a lot about Shinobu. Things like she is a good person, works hard and serious, and also that she looks pale. There's also a romance in Demon Slayer that never got to happen. which is really one of my favorite and shocking too at the same time. I can give you a little hint. It's about Obanai. If you want to know this and more about Demon Slayer romances, comment below. If I got 30 comments asking about it, the very next video will be about this topic. Till then, you can watch its first part, and if you have already checked out these facts about Muzan, that will blow your mind.